Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. If you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your February 2019 general reading with me, Divine Love Tarot. You guys have been here since the beginning. I used to do general readings, and then I got way into the love readings. So now I'm back to the generals, okay? So if you guys enjoy these readings, give the readings a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. And let me know if it resonates with you, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pull 5 cards, 1 for the overall energy, 4 weekly energies. And this video will resonate with you at any time that you see it. So don't worry about whether you caught it in the first week, the end of the first week, the third week, or whatever, okay? Okay, so for the month of February, your overall energies and theme that you're dealing with. Actually, I'm going to do another shuffle on these cards. I don't know why, I just felt the need. Oops. And they don't want to be shuffled. They're like, no, we were ready to go. We were ready to go. But whatever the message is going to be, okay? What's meant to be will be. All right, guys. So the card that represents the monthly energies, we've got the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Next card is going to represent the first week. We've got the 10. I always call the World card the 10, and it is a 10. The World in reverse. Then we've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 5 of Swords in the reverse. And then we've got the Page of Wands. All right, guys. So for this month of February, for some of you, you're dealing with family issues, okay? With this 4 of Wands in the reverse, this can be a situation where it could just be a lack of harmony within your home. Also with the 4 of Wands in reverse, some of you may be leaving home. Some of you may be moving out. Okay, if you're in a relationship, you know, you guys may be having arguments. For some of you, this could be an ending or a temporary ending or a temporary break. In a good way, for some of you, this may indicate a surprise party. Okay, so some of you may have some type of surprise or something unexpected or a party thrown in your honor this month, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the weekly energies. For this first week, you're dealing with the World in reverse, okay? So the World in reverse means that there's something unfinished, okay? You're not quite done with a chapter, whether it's a relationship, whether there's unfinished business that's contributing to your family arguments. World in reverse can also represent issues with travel. For those of you who may be traveling, you may have some setbacks or delays, whether that's actual travel or with travel plans. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a clarifier for that first week. And we've got the 6 of Wands, okay? So for some of you, with the 6 of Wands, this can represent some type of recognition, some type of good news. So for some of you, you know, for at work, you may be, like I said, some of you may be receiving some type of award or some type of recognition for some job, okay? Or for a job well done, or for years of service or something like that, and maybe you weren't expecting it. For others of you with the 6 of Wands, this is about good news. So despite the fact that you may be dealing with some setbacks, you do hear some good news, okay? So maybe this is news that can indicate, you know, excuse me, if you are having issues with something, then you get news to help you kind of straighten things out, okay? Now, moving on to the second week, we're dealing with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, you're realizing that, you know, things are not as bad as you thought they were, or things are starting to look up. So whatever energies you were dealing with, you got that good news, and it turned everything around for you going into the second week with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which can indicate a new job. So for some of you, this may be something unexpected, okay? For those of you who will recognize your award, it may be a promotion. So maybe, you know, that's what's culminating the energies to kind of shift for you going, I'm doing all these hand movements. I don't know if you can see it. Shift the energy going into this, to the, you know, end of the month. But here in the second week, so with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, like I said, this could be a new job. For some of you, this could be a new home. For some of you, this is just your hope is returning, okay? Where you guys were concerned about, you know, how things were going for you. You're starting to feel a lot more better. You're starting to feel a lot more secure in your position. Now I can't ignore, you know, if this is relationship, for some of you guys, you're dealing with, possible Aquarius or Capricorn. So shout out to my Gemini Capricorn connections if you're one of my love reading followers. And so for some of you, you're going to be getting a boost of, energy. You're going to be getting some good news regarding dealing with this Capricorn. For some of you, you guys may be trying to work things out. And so even though you're working on it, you know, things are not quite back to 100%, you know, because this can indicate that you know, this can indicate reconciliation, or this can indicate coming back together when you thought things were at a total loss, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify that. Yeah, there we go, 10 of Cups, guys. So for some of you, this is definitely about your Capricorn, Aquarius, whatever that person may be, kind of working things out. For some of you, this is about, you know, definitely a new home for some of my viewers, where, you know, maybe it was unexpected. Maybe a loan came through for you unexpectedly. Something happened that's turning things around for you guys. And so, you know, this is, you're very happy about it. 10 of Cups represents happy home, happy families, happy relationship, you know, emotional satisfaction. So definitely could be a reunion for some of you, okay? And this just represents that you're also getting the love and support that you need from your family. So even though you may have minor disappointments and disagreements and arguments, ultimately you have the support behind you that you need, okay? Moving into the third week, we've got the 5 of Swords in the reverse, which represents an ending or lessening of conflicts. So you may start off the month on a really bad note, but then something happens and you get some good news, you get some good energy flowing through your situation, and now you're moving into, you know, very good news, something really good for your family happening, something really great that brings you back together in a relationship. And now, you know, the conflicts are lessening for you, all right? The 5 of Swords, this means finding peace after things were, you know, kind of chaotic for a while. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Yep, we've got a new beginning going on here. This is lots of passion. This is lots of motivation. It's like a new lease on life almost. All right, so for some of you, you know, that may have been really, really dealing. And, you know, I know this card came up in the reverse, but I have a feeling that it's about addressing the disharmony of family. And so I think that happened big time. That's happening big time in February. It's like you guys really attack that issue and you're victorious, okay? And now things can go new. And so especially for those of you who are in a relationship, you've got this new energy here. You know, you've got this passion, this motivation to go in a new direction. Last week, the last week of the month, we've got the Page of Wands, which represents news, more good news, okay? The Page of Wands is good news. It is, for some of you, definitely a new job, a new career. For some of you, you may have a child, you know, maybe this child has activities. So let's go ahead and clarify that. Now we get the 9 of Cups in the reverse. I think this could be an excess of celebrating for some of you. For some of you, if you do have a child, a teenager, maybe a fire sign, they're going to give you a little bit of trouble, as children, you know, can do towards the end of the month. But I don't think it's going to be anything big. Also, we see a little bit of laziness here, but the 9 of Cups can also represent too much satisfaction. So, you know, I think there may be a situation for some of you, like I said, that you are dealing with a kid, and this kid is giving you a hard time because they're lazy. Okay, they're lazy. You know, all this good stuff is happening, and they're probably just kind of taking things for granted because, again, you know the struggles that you've gone through in order for these things to turn around. But children only seem to see the materialistic outcomes. They only see the success, and so you know they tend to start or stop pulling their weight or doing their part when it seems like everything is just happening so seamlessly. And you're like, listen, bro, that's my energy. That's not your energy. Do your homework, clean your room, do what it is what that I need you to do. For those of you who don't have children and you're listening like, what is this? This has nothing to do with me. Like I said, this is more good news for some of you. If you have started a new creative project, you're getting more good news, and there's just too much good news. You don't even know what to do with yourself. Some of you may be celebrating a little bit too hard. So for some of you, relationship-wise, you've heard something, you know, some messages from this person, maybe even very romantic messages, and it's got you like, you're so smug about the situation. You're overly excited. You're overly anxious and happy about it. So, you know, definitely with this Four of Wands, I think you guys are definitely working on turning the Four of Wands around for this whole entire month, okay? And so for all the other readings, I've been pulling extra clarifiers for each position. So even though I kind of feel like this reading is good, you know, I'll just pull an extra card because I've been doing it for everybody else, and I'm not going to leave you guys out. All right. Okay, so for this first week, we've got the Two of Swords, I should say. Second week, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Third week, the Ten of Wands, and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so this first week of energy, we've got the Two of Wands here. Two of Swords, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying the Wands. So it's about balancing, you know, definitely you've gotten the good news. But, you know, for some of you, that news helped you to make a decision, okay? Or it helped you to find the balance that you needed to make a situation work. For some of you, it was about coming to a compromise, okay? So especially for those of you in family or relationship situations, you were definitely able, you definitely learned something, or at least just got the good energy that you needed to be able to find a compromise for that situation, okay? That chapter or whatever it was that was just unfinished business, okay? Going into the second week with these Ace of Swords here in the reverse, I feel like that really is about, you know, for some of you, I think that that's what was cleared up. Okay, I think it was maybe some dishonesty. I think that you guys, that was what was really behind the issues. Because when I see the Ace of Swords here and then the Five of Swords in reverse here, I really think that you guys dealt with something. Because dishonesty can cause a lack of security. Okay, so now that you're feeling more secure, I think that what was addressed was whatever dishonesty was going on in this particular situation. For some of you, this could all be about your child, okay? And you know, you cleared things up with your child, but then towards the end of the month, they got lazy again because once again, you guys you addressed it and they got too comfortable. Now, in the third week with this Ten of Wands, I think that yes, with new life, with new energy, with new direction, new projects, there comes new responsibilities, okay? So it's like, I feel like the last row is the sobering of the reading. It's like, yeah, you got good news, okay? Yeah, you're working out that relationship, you got that new job, you got that new position, you're starting that new project, and a lot of people seem to be starting new projects, okay? But you've got that new lease on life, but just remember, you still have responsibilities. You still have things that you need to deal with. So, yeah, you've got good energy. You've got good momentum. You're hearing good news. You've, patched things up with that person that you've been arguing with, whether it's a relationship or a family relationship. But there's still responsibilities that need to be taken care of. And with this High Priestess in the reverse over here at the end of the month, I feel like that is about just making sure that you're really connecting, that you're listening to your intuition, that you're following your gut, that you're not so consumed with celebrating and, you know, whatever the situation is, that you're not listening to your inner guide, okay? Because that's what's going to keep you out of trouble and keep you from winding back up in a disharmonious energy or disharmonious situation. For those of you that are dealing with a child, I think this is, you know, the feeling like you're not connecting with them, feeling like you're not getting through. So for some of you, that may be a reoccurring struggle, just like when you thought you made a breakthrough with this particular child, then here it goes again. You know, that same stubbornness or that same, the same issues of laziness. Because, I mean, laziness is something that's not cured. So if you're dealing with a lazy teenager, just know that, yeah, they'll clean up their room the first week of the month, and by the end of the month, it's a mess again. And there you go with the arguing, with the, you know, come on, clean up your room. How many times do I have to tell you? You know, so for some of you, I think that'll be that situation. But for others of you, I think this is just that reminder that, you know, make sure that you don't take for granted all this good stuff that you have going on, because you still want to keep a finger on the pulse, which is your intuition, because that's what's going to guide you, and that's what's going to keep you on the track that you want to be on. All right, Gemini, so that has been your reading. Guys, let me know how you felt. Give the video a thumbs up. And again, I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Gemini.